I'm Frank LaFerla, Dean of the UCI School of Biological Sciences. We sometimes think of biology as merely a school subject that we took in college that doesn't impact our lives much. But this COVID pandemic has shown just how relevant biology is for our lives. As a matter of fact, I can't think of a better example to show how relevant biology is in our lives, not only for today, but for tomorrow. The reason is straightforward. Biology is concerned about one thing, life. And clearly I'm biased, but I would argue that there's nothing more important than the study of life. Since becoming dean, I've been promoting the concept of how interconnected life is. You probably have heard me say that for most of us, having a healthy mind requires having a healthy body, which requires having a healthy world. Right now, it is clear that this interconnectedness of life has been disrupted by COVID. What I didn't realize until this pandemic struck is how much the world economies are so dependent on our biology as well. It will take time for us to recover economically to where we were before COVID manifested, but it will take even more time for us to truly understand the biological impact that COVID had on our health. This virus is exceptionally potent, and it is likely that there will be many long-term downstream consequences for people who were infected. But even for folks that weren't infected, there will still likely be significant consequences that derive from the isolation and fear, the lack of exercise and social stimulation, and just a sense for longing for the way life was before. COVID will very much become an enduring part of our vernacular for this generation in much the same way that HIV entered into our vernacular in the early 1980s and remains with us 35 years later. A lot of biology still needs to be done. COVID ends not in a hospital, but in a research lab. Developing effective vaccines and antiviral therapies will take time, years if not decades, and of course during all of this we will have to prepare and develop research strategies for the next pandemic as well. But besides COVID, there's so much else going on in the world, from climate change to disorders that still haven't taken a vacation and are a daily part of our lives, whether that be Alzheimer's disease or autism, cancer, or addiction. I want this message to resonate with you and convince you of how relevant biology is for each and every one of us and for our family members too. And I would like this message to prompt you to join our audacious school's efforts. Thanks everyone, and stay safe and healthy.